everyone, this is James Huang from ThoughtTree, and today I want to share with you a story relating to philosophy and personal development. Now, this was given to me by a friend of mine from a few years ago when he was travelling in India, and he was visiting a village at the time, and he just got to this new town and thought, you know what, let's go for a walk to get to know the area a little bit better. So, as he was walking around and exploring, he came across this big slum, and there was litter everywhere. There were metal shacks patched with cardboard and tin sheets, and it started to rain, so he thought, right, let's get out of here. But as he was trying to find his way out, he got lost and he couldn't find his way back. And he noticed a small group of children ahead of him who seemed to be running away. So he thought, right, these guys are either heading towards shelter or maybe they can help me get back. So, as he was taking these kids through the streets and alleyways, it dawned on him that these kids weren't running away from the rain, but in fact they were out playing in the rain. And, as he was kind of stood there getting drenched, just watching these kids playing, a realization came over him that things really are just very simple. And he realised that in that moment, a lot of these kids have things that a lot of us do not. So a lot of us who come into personal development have some problem we want to solve in our lives, or some goal or dream we want to achieve, and we push ourselves really hard to become better, and we constantly have this mentality of always improving ourselves. But what is currently accepted as mainstream personal development is really a double-edged sword. On one side we have the thrill of being able to go and pursue our goals, but at the same time we can become so engrossed in that pursuit we miss what's going on right now. And what can happen is, it all becomes about how far you can go, where you can get to, and what you can achieve in your lifetime. And that can end up making your life feel like it's some kind of imaginary competition where we're out to get more stuff, but we don't really know where we're going. And even though we have all this stuff, we are just as confused and lost as we were when we first started. And part of that reason is because we're so focused on getting something that we miss everything that's going on around us, and we can't appreciate the journey because we are so focused on getting to the end. But going back to the kids in the story, they were not going anywhere, and they were not on some noble life mission. They were not trying to change the world or become greater versions of themselves for that matter, but somehow they were still content with everything they had in that moment. Now, I don't mean to cherry pick that one part of their lives and say, look, this is what they're like all the time, and I'm not saying, oh, this is how we should live, but on some level we have to accept that a lot of the self-help industry and a lot of self-help out there really exists because we can't appreciate what we have right now. And therefore our journey becomes all about learning to obtain certain things to make ourselves feel better. And if we end up seeing the world in that way, we can really only experience a small part of what personal development can really be all about.